What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you all my FOMC trading strategy. That's right, I'm going to show you exactly how I find my levels, what I look for, and how I manage my trade. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Let's get right into this. So we had FOMC today. I had two nice trades, and I tried a different approach that I'll talk about towards the end of this. First off, I posted my exact watch list inside Team Bull. As you can see right here, this was my watch list, so everyone knew what I was watching, and I called this trade out live. Told everyone basically, I said I want to break above this 455.14, 455.2 area for calls. It had been a resistance most of the day, area of confluence slash resistance. You can see we come up, touch, touch on the hourly time frame. Kept rejecting, right? Now let's take a look at the 5 minute. Same thing here, touch, touch. So if we break that with good volume, if we can get the bids above this with good volume, I'm going to take calls. So we broke it, gotten calls. My thinkorswim went a little crazy when I bought, but it unfroze and it had filled my order and caught a beautiful move up to 456, then to my final price target of 456.7. And that was where my reject level was, okay? Now let's look at my reject level. Let's go back to the hourly time frame. As you can see, basically it was a high of day, right? My previous reject level was around this high of day on Tuesday. There's more of an area. If you take a look right here, you can clearly see there's some supply up there, right? Come hit it, so back off, right? So it's more of an area than anything. It's 450, 456.7. I did not take the reject because I was super happy with my push up. Anytime you're trading FOMC meetings, they are higher risk because the market can be unpredictable, right? I always like to tell people if you're trading FOMC, only trade with money you can live without and still trade levels. Don't guess, create your levels, watch price action, even though sometimes it just will not make sense. But we put the odds in our favor by trading levels. You know, the only bounce area I had, it did not hit. It was this 452 area. That was on the watch list. That's what I was watching today. So to sum up my FOMC trading strategy, I identify levels. I do not like them to be very close as far as rejects and bounces go. You need to give it room because it's going to have a big push, right? It's a big meeting. We got a rate hike today, which, you know, that's huge, but it was priced in already and we had it was expected. So I like to watch SPX and SPY together. As always, you got to know exactly where the SPX support and resistance levels are. Them big support resistance levels. Now let's just take a look at SPX, see how this played out on that chart. See, you can see good here. We kind of push back up into supply here as well on the hourly time frame. You can actually see it a little better here. Can you see that? If you look from left to right there, you can clearly see it wicking up into supply and selling back off. Perfect area for reject. When it come down and bounce, actually this level here could be brought down a little. Let me remove this. Now that I'm looking at it, we clearly have support here now, right? When I'm identifying support or resistance, I like to have the wicks lining up, touching. 2 touches confirms a support or resistance, but I prefer 3. We have 3 here, as you can well see. I'm sure if we zoom out, we probably have more. Also, one thing I like to see as well, this is it's going to seem a little simple, but I like to see bodies opening and closing on these levels as well, like confluence, anything that's working in my favor that shows, you know, hey, they've respected that area before. They've been buyers there. They've been sellers there. There's going to be people watching this area because it's very obvious, right? I like to trade the most obvious levels possible. That's what everyone else is trading. They're not focused on finding, you know, squinting their eyes trying to make a level. If it's not clearly obvious, you don't trade it, especially during FOMC. You don't trade based off what you think will happen. You trade levels, okay? And you know how to trade these levels, such as supply and demand. Breakout trades are different. When I take a breakout trade, I'm watching level 2, but I'm going to make you all a video on specifically how to take a breakout trade in the near future. Now, I want to go over a trade I took earlier. This doesn't have anything to do with FOMC. It was just a basic options trade on Amazon this morning. A lot of people was like, how did you get this level? my reject was 128.53. That was the exact level I was looking to enter puts. Let's go to the 5 minute. This was when we entered inside Team Bull. I called this trade out live. It took it a minute to play out. I never had a worry in the world about if this was going to work or not. I was worrying if theta was going to destroy your premiums. It did take effect, but once we finally broke below this 128, the contract moved nice. As you can see here, huge move. I was all out at VWAP. I got out because data had taken effect on our premiums. We was down even when we below our initial entry. We even a little below it, we were still down because time decay was hitting our premiums. Once we got the move down trim, then I got out at VWAP. Very nice trade. Some people held it all the way down here. Turned into a really nice trade. As you can see, it come back up, double topped, then had another nice sellout. Took the 128 puts, I believe it was here, Friday expiration. I like to trade at the money strikes. And that's basically it. It's just a nice hourly level. If you can take a look at the hourly time frame, you can clearly see why I would trade that, right? Come back over here, we've respected it, a very clear level. It was it's a resistance, right? You can see the touch here, here, and there's another one right up above it. So that whole area has some supply slash resistance. The sellers were going to be there. What happened here? We had a nice sell off, right? And what happens when you have a sell off like that? A lot of times there's orders left unfilled. Comes back up, fills them, then continues on down. And that's what I was looking for. This was my main watch for FOMC, and it worked out. If you have any questions about this, always feel free to reach out to me. I like to keep trading simple and to the point. Do not overcomplicate it. You may look at my trading strategy and say, oh, this looks too simple. Trust me, doing something simple consistently every single day is very hard. Most people can't do it. So don't focus on how simple it seems. Focus on if you can do it. That's all I have. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.